It's Thursday. What's going on, Mike? We're here Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's the Mike and Mish Show. What up, dude?
Hey, look at us. We're wearing the same shirt, but not the same exact shirt.
Because if we were wearing the same shirt, we'd be
We'd be-
flaunting.
Yeah, we would be. Matching shirts. I always feel weird wearing matching shirts when we go
Yeah,
places. It's a
we
very
don't do
weird
that.
thing.
Although
done it.
we
It's weird.
have. We've done it.
Yeah.
But it is matchy and it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
What is going on, Mike? We got another show here tonight. 3 more guests. How you feeling, dude?
I feel better than I did last week. And I feel better than the week before that too. So hey, that must be a good sign, right?
Hey, let me ask you something. Have we invited our guests?
I did.
Oh, okay, good. Because I didn't. I definitely, absolutely
didn't.
did not.
See,
We
I'm
have
the guy
3
that
guests.
did that today.
Yeah, we got 3 guests tonight for everybody here. We got Drew Hardbody Nolan coming on. We also have Wanya Reid coming on, Lord Wanya himself, making his second trip to the squared circle for the BKFC. And then we're gonna round it out with HD Davis, baby. Coming back,
Yes.
headlining in Miami.
Yes,
Miami's
styling
own.
and profiling.
Styling and profiling. Anything happen with you today, Mikey?
I mean, I went to work. That's pretty much it. Nothing particular. I mean, is there something that I should know about that happened
Yeah, I'm
today?
just saying. I don't know.
Something
People,
real fancy happened to you?
nah, nothing real fancy. I worked my fucking ass off today. I am, and I'm gonna give somebody a shout out right here because I have
Yeah.
not
Shout out.
realized I have a coworker who is out because she's preggo and she's about to pop any second, right? Our friend Kelly's gonna have a baby any minute now. So she's working from home and she can't really do much because she's like any day now. I miss her because I didn't realize just how much of a workload she takes off my fucking shoulders at that facility. And now I am a solo act and I am balls to the wall busy every day.
Yeah, I went to your desk. You weren't there.
Ever. I'm always away
Yep.
from the desk now.
Bullshit, I'll tell you. We haven't sat and talked about the show like we used to for a long time.
It's been a minute, dude. It's been a fucking minute. It's crazy. I mean, hey, there's some things happening on. We got to do our sponsor shout outs in a minute, but there are some things happening online today. Like out of nowhere, a Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was announced. What'd you think about that? When you saw that, I thought it was fake when I first saw it.
Yeah, that's how I feel like this still. That's how I. That's what's going on in my brain when I see that.
Dude, how old is Tyson?
Understand.
Is Tyson 55, 56 right now? Like
Too old is what he is.
So you got Jake Paul and Tyson fighting, and you know what's wacky about it? It's on fucking Netflix. What?
Yeah, yes.
It's not even a pay-per-view. It's on Netflix.
So he's 57 years old, born June 30th, 1966. So this is what I was thinking about the Netflix thing. And I really do think that this is going to happen now too, because I was talking earlier with Brown and we were talking about, wow, this is on Netflix. And I was like, I said, is Netflix going to unveil a new package where they have like a pay-per-view package where instead of like, okay, so they got like the $7.99 or $8.99, whatever the fuck that one is. They've got with commercials. They got the next one. I think now I'm paying probably close to $30 because I got the one that you can get 4K and you can have 4 screens at one time, which I would share with all of my peoples. And now they've screwed that up. So now I think what they're going to do is add on another one that's like maybe $20 a month more or something, maybe $10, $15, $20 more a month. And I didn't know this, but WWE is going on there.
Yeah, they're going on there starting in 2025.
So all of their WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, whatever they have,
from what I heard,
add that in and be like, this is going to be like hey, you can get all these fights. They're going to pull like a DAZN. They're going to like steal a DAZN.
But Mike, the announcement for WWE, and it's weird. It said that Monday Night Raw will be on Netflix. That's all they announced. I don't know. I don't know if all that other shit is, to be honest with you. We'd have to do some research in it. But the announcement said starting in 2025, Monday Night Raw will air on Netflix. That was what the announcement was, which I thought was strange. And where's the rest of it? Is the rest of it going to be on like Fox or ESPN or fucking something like I don't know. We're living in some wild times here, man. It's crazy.
What is this? How many things do we have to be subscribed to? Everything. And you know what's stupid is we had freaking cable. We all had cable. Then we start again. Oh, cut the cable. Everybody's cutting the cable. Just get an internet. We're going to just get this thing. And then we have all the channels and we're paying less money. Next thing we know, every friggin' place got their own damn app. You can't figure out what shows on what app. Once you get a hang of some of the shows, they leave and they're on anything. Then you got to buy them. But you're like, I'm not going to fucking pay for that show. I just had it for free yesterday. I'll wait until it's on something else. And then it ends up on fucking Peacock. You're like, who the hell has Peacock, dude? Paramount.
You know what? My son got into pro wrestling recently, so he wanted to watch the Royal Rumble, and I'm like, all right, get some friends over. I'll get the fucking Royal Rumble pay-per-view because I thought it was a pay-per-view. I don't know. That's how it was when we were growing up. You had to buy a pay-per-view. So, like, look into it. It's not a pay-per-view. You pay $5.99 a month for Peacock, and you get all the WWE shit. So I'm like, $5.99, and then I go on the streaming network. They have Kingdoms on there. They have a bunch of awesome. They have Oppenheimer on there. They have a bunch of awesome movies and shows on Peacock for $5.99 a month, and you get the entire WWE catalog. So if you have any kids that are into it, if you're into pro wrestling, I mean, that was a no-brainer for me. It's wild. We should shout out our sponsors because I'm assuming we're going to have a guest here any second. We're going to start right off. You can see me and Mike wearing the shirts right now. I am deep in the supplements every day now. Buckedup.com. Go to Bucked Up for supplements. Go to Bucked Up for energy drinks. They are incredible products. I'm feeling better than I have in a very long time in the gym. I'm working through injuries, which I've developed over years of beating the fucking shit out of myself, but I am feeling good doing it. Low weight, high reps, taking creatine, pre-workouts, BCAAs, and I'm getting them all from our awesome sponsor, Bucked Up. Go there, buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20. And get all the supplements, man. Get them all. And while you're at it, get a case of fucking energy drinks because they're delicious and they're sugar-free and they're awesome. Right, Mike?
Oh, they're just so awesome. Everybody, you know what the thing is, though? I wasn't even trying to be like that, you know, how it sounded. They are good. I don't work out much right now. I'm more of like a runner guy at my age. I do runner things when it gets nice out because I hate the goddamn treadmill. But yeah, I like to run around. But you know what I do is I work at a damn desk, and sometimes I'm like this, and I take them buckshots, and they work. They're great. They're fantastic. I say it all the time. It's like a 5-hour energy. Them buckshots. You got to take them. Let's move on to who?
There you go.
Dynamic Life. Sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic, that's L-I-V, no E, dynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. And check out their Instagram page at LIV Dynamic on Instagram. Live Dynamic, no E on Instagram. Go to it. Do it.
There it is. You know what? We're going to bring on our first guest of the evening in a second here. But our two sponsors could lead to you having a hard body, just like our first guest.
They very well could.
Right? You can go to Dynamic Life, get your sexual health right, get your anti-aging in, become a patient in 20 seconds. And while you're at it, buy a bunch of supplements and shit from Bucked Up. Use our promo code Mike and Mish 20. You will be looking like me and Mike in no time. But with that said, Mike, why don't we bring on our first guest?
Well, we are going to bring on our first guest. But before we do that, let's watch Kyle eat vodka. You ever see that before, Kyle?
I have. I did it.
All right, let's see it.
All right.
That would probably be hard because that's going to be a lot of vodka.
Vodka-soaked gummy bears.
Vodka.
I'm going to do this handful right here.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Look at it. Hold. Let me zoom in to that.
Let's count this. These are vodka-soaked gummy bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This mother.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh my
13,
god, no, you're probably gonna lose your.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
No way. No,
21.
You're
Dude,
gonna
you're getting
lose
fucking reckless.
Oh my god. You're gonna get so sick. You're gonna be mad sick.
No, I'm not.
You're getting reckless. You should get wrecked less.
Sure, I'm farting.
Oh my god. That's a atrocity. That's a atrocity. Oh my god.
This is atrocious.
Oh yeah.
Here's a atrocious one.
I'm starting to swallow them whole because I'm tired of chewing. Huh?
Oh my god, that has to
Oh, I just swallowed half of it. One shot, no chew. No chew. Fuck chew.
Fuck you.
Just swallowing like pills. Whoa. Hey, okay.
Oh my god. That's gonna burn.
Oh, let's go! He hits like a bitch. He hits like a bitch. Let me bang, bro. Let me bang, bro. Bang, bro.
Woo!
Oh shit! That might have been at about 3:30 in the morning at who's at fucking Marissa's house.
My
Drew,
sister-in-law.
what do you think? That is what I do to get the hard body that I have, Nolan. What do you think about that?
That's a different system than what I have. I'll just say that, but
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show, man. We had to get you on here. We talked to your opponent last week. Welcome to the Mike and Mish show, everybody. This is Drew Hardbody Nolan. He'll be taking on Markus Suarez next week, March 15th in Miami, Florida. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. Excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, this is your third trip to the squared circle. Second time fighting Markus. Let's talk about it. Is this a rematch that you knew was coming? Were you excited to hear his name once again? You did get the victory in the last one, so a rematch to you maybe did it make sense to you?
I was prepared for they had threw a few other names at me back when they went to Salt Lake City, Utah, and I didn't wind up, that didn't manifest. I was ready to fight whoever. Put the contract together, put it in front of me, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I like Markus a lot. He wants to rematch. I don't think he's going to get the results he's looking for. But I'm more than cool with it. I guess it's let's jump right into the nitty-gritty of it. The eye poke. I would say it was more of a bear paw to the face, trying to get a clinch, bringing his head down and uppercutting him. But I will say this. Many people aren't talking about this. I got poked in my eye as well, but I understand that accidents happen. Neither one of us are trying to, poke each other in the eye intentionally. It's just, it
didn't even.
I didn't even
Drew,
think you hit him in the eye. I just thought you got him across, above the eyebrow.
Right.
No, I was going to say, it didn't look like an eye poke at all to me. It looked like what you just said. It looked like you were going to grab, a tie clinch or something, and your thumb or something dragged across his eyelid. Or
it was the three fingers here.
Yeah,
I know exactly what it was, but it wasn't intentional. As when he poked me, that wasn't intentional. So this rematch, I'm glad that we get a chance to actually finish it. I think that I was in the driver's seat. I'm more than happy to prove that I was. I'm humble. I don't think that my head's bigger because of the victory. I know that I got a lot to prove, just like he has a lot to prove. He's got a lot to go on his chest. He's talking a little bit more bold than I am. I'm going to remain humble, and I'm going to let myself show out when I go there. I'm going to win. He knocks me down. It's up to me to get back up. That's how I feel. I think that he's got he has the ability to do that. Do I think he's going to? No, I think that it's primal versus manufactured, and I'm primal, he's manufactured, and we're gonna see exactly what bare knuckle is about in this beautiful poetry that's been laid before us, man.
Yeah. It's definitely like me and Mike, we talk about it all the time. This is the best combat sport on the planet right now. I was a diehard MMA fan for a lot of years, and I never missed an event. And since we started covering this, I barely even pay attention to it anymore.
Yeah.
I try. Yeah, I hate to admit it too, but I lose interest like halfway through half the fights. This right here, you just said the sweet poetry.
You can't lose interest in this.
It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible.
And then I hear that we're going to be in the 16-foot ring as well too.
Yeah,
that's very exciting. I'm very excited about that. I like a smaller enclosure.
So you're excited about that? You feel like that fits your style more, or you just
as long as they let me clinch. What the frick, man? Like actually let Drew clinch, guys. Let hard body actually clinch and get some freaking work in. Stop separating me.
There's something to be said about the refereeing. Now, it's not all bad. There has been a lot of bad calls, a lot of crazy shit going on here and there. Granted, the sport is new, but we can't keep calling it new forever. There's going to be there's going to be 8 events in the next 2 months, right? So there's 8 events. There's plenty of matches. It's not like we got 2 matches going on. So like these guys have to know the rules and the clinch. And it happened in the female fight. In the last fight, I feel like the female ref, like it was her first time reffing.
Right.
Uncle, sure, but she's breaking people up as soon as it's like a boxing thing. I think like they think,
but it's like that's what part of BKFC and part of bare knuckle is the work in the clinch. You want to see that. Like that's what we are doing. That's what I'm training for. That's part of the game plan when you get in. And that's the difference that separates it from boxing. That's the difference that separates it from, MMA. It's that sweet in between, like let us rock.
Yeah. They gotta. I wonder, like, what kind of training they're doing for referees,
seminars or something.
For any seminars or whatever. Because, like, even like Mike Beltran, who is one of the best MMA referees on the planet, he made his BKFC debut recently at one of the more recent ones.
I think
57, and I think that he was quick. I think it was 57. Yeah, Beltran was there. I think he was quick to break up some of the clinch fighting, and I don't know if like throughout the night somebody like said something to him, because by the next couple fights he was letting it go a little more. So I think it might just be that they don't know. You know what I mean? Like they're pulling in MMA referees that don't really know that,
getting used to it. God.
Yeah. So
I had thought that too. I hope by now, like, no excuses for my first fight with Mike Lee. But I felt like as soon as I got the clinch, that got separated. And then it's like, he dropped me twice. It was what it was. But what if, moving on.
Right.
I clinched with him probably 4 times and each time got separated. And I was active. Or so
would you say that is one of the strongest parts of your game, is your dirty boxing, fighting in the clinch? Is that why you were upset about that? Is that where
I like it. I like it because I feel like if I'm going to get a hold of you, I'm going to hit you and I'm going to damage you, like, because it's an inevitability.
Yeah.
I think my game is, and I think that everybody needs to understand this about my name, hard body. Okay, that doesn't mean that like my body's ripped and I'm fucking, this gym rat, like stupid, like juice head. Okay, hard body means that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take the hits to give the hits. Like my body is meant to. I'm a fucking bash it against the fucking skull, man. Dude, I want to. But the difference between he's training not to get hit, I'm training to get hit. I want to fucking get hit. This is what this is. That's what bare knuckle is.
How do you train your body to get hit? Do you just stand in the gym?
I bash my head against ice, man.
Those videos where you put your hands up and just let people punching you in the ribs
all day. My wife loves it. She beats the shit out of me.
Nice. That's
It's
probably
a big
good for the
family thing.
relationship, actually.
It is. It is.
Let it go.
My wife is everything to me. She is literally everything to me. Any videos that you guys see is cool. You know, my wife has created them. You know, she makes the posters, designs. She helps me with all my sponsors. My wife is my rock, man. Without her, without my family, I wouldn't be doing any of this. So
that's great.
That's awesome. Love to hear that. That's fantastic.
Do you guys have kids as well? Or
yep.
Just
I have 3 children with my wife, and I have another child, Will, another child as well.
wow. How do your kids feel about this venture that you're on right here?
So I take my family with me wherever I go, man. You know, they're right there with me. That's my A team, man. You know, this is what it's all about. Like, that's what I'm doing it for. You know, like sometimes, like if you hear the videos, like my daughter will have her voice in there, and you know, she'll be like, "Oh, Dad, that's so awesome!" Like, you know, I'm like running around her, like, you know, lift up some log or some shit, and she's like thinks I'm like Superman, and I'm like, that's enough for me, man. And knowing that I could do this and go to the next level and support, I'm trying to, you know, entertain. I'm trying to show an example to my people, you know, that you can do something, anything that you want to do. You just got to believe, you got to work hard.
Now your background as a fighter, what led you? We never talked to you before either one of your other fights, so tell us a little bit, just so the audience understands where Drew Nolan's coming from. Where did you get your start fighting? And you don't have to tell us the whole story. I always wonder how you guys end up in bare knuckle. Like where were you, and how'd you get there?
So I had a very extensive amateur MMA career, which led me into after I became a amateur MMA promoter. And I honestly didn't think that I was going to ever venture into the professional realm. I didn't think that I was good enough. My mind was in a whole other place. Then I started professional boxing, but I didn't get a real fair shake. I was going heavyweight, and I was fighting some real ranked guys like Alexis Berry, a couple guys that a dude that Zach Kalmus had fought in his amateur rankings twice, Victor Lobo. Like I'm just giving away, you know, 30, 40, 50 pounds, like, you know, 6'7" guys. And I wasn't really giving myself a shot. It was more so like taking the highest commanding purse and, you know, out of necessity, man. Now I feel that I am a very capable. I'm a very good fighter. I'm very comfortable at 185. I'd also be comfortable at 175 too. But I can do this. I have the capability. I have the tools. I have the knowledge. I've trained through many gyms, through jits gyms, judo gyms, boxing gyms, taekwondo. I've been all there, many places. I've taken all of it with me. I train very hard. I train all day long, and this is something that I'm very passionate about.
Awesome.
I'm going to show that there's a different way to do things. And just because there are X's and O's painted one way doesn't mean it's always that way. You know, there are a lot of guys that may be undefeated, but aren't as good as they really appear to be. And I want to be that guy behind the shadows that can show that, you know?
Awesome. That's fucking awesome. Can I ask you a question about your last fight with Markus?
Yes, sir.
He had spoke, I don't know if it was on our interview or on another one, how the celebration kind of went across his ass a little bit because it was a doctor stoppage. Now, do you have anything to say about that? Are you just an emotional fighter and it was emotions in the moment, or do you have any regret like celebrating the way you did off of a doctor stoppage? Because that did irk some people, and it is what it is.
I mean,
like,
listen,
looking back on it, how do you feel?
I'm going to go from here. So I'm from New York fighting in Florida. Okay. Yeah. First off and foremost, love everybody that goes there. I love my opponent. Before I get into that structure, I think that Markus is the coolest dude in the world. After I'm done doing this, I think Markus is the coolest dude in the world. Okay, but in between that little like section right there, I'm gonna let whatever go inside of me, and there's really nothing that anybody could say, anybody could do. Do I apologize for an over celebration? I don't think that I over celebrated. I think I got up and I gave my opponent a hug, and I really was concerned about him. You know, because of that moment, I had other times where I have taken losses that I held my head a little bit higher. I was definitely concerned with my opponent, but I mean, I want to fight. I'm jazzed up because I'm in the greatest combat sports league in the world right now. You know, the BKFC, and I just won on Prospect Series 1, the friggin' prototype show in Miami against their local guy. You know, so I'm pretty jazzed up. I think it was going. Here's how I'll say it. I believe that I was in the driver's seat when it got stopped. I believe that Markus wasn't intelligently defending himself. I believe that Markus backed up, and I believed that as that was going on, Doctor was able to look on and see something a little bit more. Now, I am apologetic on how, but that doesn't mean that I didn't deserve it.
Right.
No,
I mean, emotions run high. You just got a W. I mean, like you just said, that's a perfect explanation. And you never know how you're going to react in a situation like that. And if you had taken some losses, I mean, emotions boil over, and you were elated at that second, and good for you. You got the W. You know what I mean? So I wasn't mad about it. I mean, like, I know some people were. It is what it is. People celebrate. People don't. You know what I mean? Some people are different. Some people, not everybody's fucking Mike Richmond. You know what I mean? Mike Richmond will knock somebody out and with a stone face walk to the corner like nothing just happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just got an awesome knockout victory, but you wouldn't even know he won because he's not showing any emotion on his face. And then other people jump up and down and celebrate. You know what I mean? Man. It is what it is.
I just want to paint a character. I want to have a good time, man. I'm going to enjoy every moment that I'm on the stage. You're going to see me smiling. I'm going to play the villain. I'm going to soak it all up. I'm going to do whatever I need to do what I have to do. And I'm going to fight my fight forward. You know, there's not really going to be anything in between that, man.
Perfect. And before we wrap it up with you, like you said, you are in a 16-foot ring this time. This is a run back. You've had some time to prepare once again for the same fighter. How do you see this one playing out compared to the last one? How do you see this fight going on March 15th between you and Markus inside the smaller square circle?
So I heard a podcast that Markus had just done. Not sure. He said something about David Feldman. You're going to have to pay me $50K for this because Drew's not going to last within 1 minute of this. And I'm just like, listen to this. I'm like, wow. Like, this guy's really saying this, you know. To me, I said to myself, because I always try to take it a real like look at it, a real internal look, a real external look. And I say, listen, I'm either A, I'm going to knock him out in under 2 rounds. I'm going to overwhelm him so much, or B, it's going to go all 5 rounds and he's going to take a decision because he was fucking getting me on points because he's a better boxer than me. That's what I believe.
Okay.
There you go. There you go, everybody. Now we're gonna do a giveaway real quick.
Yeah, we have a hard body.
We have a hard body signed poster. Do you have the picture, Mike?
Yes, I do. Look at this
thing.
Oh,
look at that.
Look at that. That is signed. That is signed by you. Yep. Signed by you, courtesy of the Extreme BKFC fans page. And all you guys that are watching this show have to do is answer this one question right here.
This one question.
This is a super easy one. Get your Googles ready, and we're going to take your answers probably while Wanya Reid is on here. You guys are going to still be searching for the answer. Here it is. What is the surfer's name in the 1984 movie Hard Bodies? Go ahead.
Look for that name.
Look up the movie Hard Bodies from 1984 and tell me what the name of the surfer who teaches the
Could that be any more random?
There was a surfer in the movie that teaches all the guys game so they can all try to get some ass down that like spring break or something like that. What is that surfer's name? You put it in the comments. You win that hard body poster signed by Drew Nolan. By the way, my son's name is Nolan Andrew, by the way. That is a weird coincidence. Final words before we let you go.
I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Markus. Hey, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for, buddy. I want to thank you guys, Mike and Mish. I want to thank the BKFC for giving us the platform again to do this again. And most of all, the fans that watch this, thank you guys. Like, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to move forward for you guys, and I'm going to put down a show. We're going to have a great time. hopefully we steal the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Drew. Mike, you got anything else for Hardbody?
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. Everybody, say goodbye to Hardbody, and we're going to be joined by the Lord after this. Hardbody to the Lord in just a moment.
Later, buddy. Like that one.
Yeah, I like that too.
Could I give a brief update?
Sure.
Please.
Before we make the rest of the picks?
Please.
The number one. Okay, this is in their bio. Hold on. There's a lot to unpack here. Let me just do this. The account is called Mission Accomplished, the number one bare knuckle podcast on the planet. So, a good authority on this. There are odds at DraftKings for bare knuckle fighting championship.
Really?
I'm not sure it's in every state because I looked and could not find. But he showed me odds for current odds for Mike Perry and Eddie Alvarez. Perry minus 345, Alvarez plus 275 at DraftKings. So it is available in some locations. And he said the rest of the card usually pops up after the weigh-ins as well. So there are odds if you're out there. There's certain places you can get it.
I'm Ben Rothwell, and you're watching the Mike and Mish Show. You're experts on bare knuckle everything.
That was us getting shouted out on the biggest MMA show in the fucking world, everybody. Welcome, Lord Wanya Reid. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Helen.
We're doing all right. You know,
I think I recognize that background.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that where Rosalinda was the other night?
It was.
That's right.
You know, I just got out the ring. I just got done sparring.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So you guys are teammates?
It looks so nice there right now. It's horrible outside here right now.
It's wet. I mean, it was raining all day, but you know, we got to put that work in regardless. We fight inside, not outside. You know, so.
Hey, Wanya.
Yes, sir.
Am I saying your name right, Wanya? Is that
it's Wanya? Wanya.
Wanya. Wanya. All right,
From
Wanya.
now on,
Did you know that the surfer from 1984's raunchy comedy called Hard Bodies was named Scotty? Because Swervo Cuts did, and he was the first. Scotty taught. Swervo Cuts.
Wins. Too hottie.
Yeah, he wins. He wins the poster signed by Drew Hardbody Nolan because he knew that Scotty taught all those fellas in that movie how to get ass.
With his fingers, I couldn't get to it on time.
That's some quick Google work by Swervo Cuts. That's what that is. Hey, man. Welcome to the show. The first time we seen you step into this squared circle was against a very, very tough customer on very short notice. Yeah. You fought Tony Soto. This time you got a little more time to prepare. How you feeling about this time around? And can you talk a little bit about that first experience with Tony Loco Soto back in Myrtle Beach?
First thing, shout out Tony. I ain't gonna lie. Props to Tony. He did what he's supposed to do. You know, we're in a fight game. But my first time fighting bare knuckle, it was my debut. Transitioning from boxing to bare knuckle, it was a bit different. Learning my range and you know, the distance with it. But I love the sport. Tony's a gentleman. At the end of the day, you know, we fought. But after the fight, he came to me. You know, we spoke. He knew I took it on short notice too. So there was a lot going on. You know, they told me about the fight on a Friday night, and I got the contract like Tuesday or something like that. And the next day I was flying out to fucking South Carolina to fight. So, you know, I didn't.
You know what?
For it either, you know. So I didn't fight in like almost 2 years. So it was something I did to get myself out of a slum. And then I see it was a fast growing organization. There's other fighters that I know personally that I knew from the amateurs who's fighting bare knuckle, and they kind of helped me, you know, to get into it with Ryan Perez also, you know. So.
Yep. Who were some of the other boxers that you trained with that had already had bare knuckle experience?
Well, the box before I got into it that was already doing bare knuckle is Howard Davis. I knew him since the amateurs. I knew Jared Grant also. And then now that's doing it is Bryce Henry, and we all grew up in the same LBC, boxing LBC. Me, Howard, and Bryce first started at the same gym. You know, when Bryce was like 9-10 years old, he came into the gym when I was there, and we all started this journey together. So, you know,
So sparring, you get a little sparring in with Bryce Henry. Everybody, we hear all these crazy stories about sparring with Bryce Henry. We asked, no bullshit. We asked Joey Beltran about sparring with Bryce Henry, preparing for his last fight when we talked to Joey, and he was like, "Why would I want to do that? I don't need that kind of shit in my life." We were like, "What? What is this guy?"
Listen, his name Baba Yaga is there for a reason, bro. This kid, that's my little brother, and this kid is a fucking monster. He's big, fast. He fights at 155, and it's surprising because of his size. So a lot of people won't expect it. He's fast and he's powerful. He came up under me in HD, so he got a little toughness and a little technicality from both of us. And now that the roles has switched, he done advanced his fight game. So we're all sitting here learning each other. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
That must be great to have a team like that.
Yeah.
Because some people, go and train. We talk to people.
Because in the amateurs, what we're doing is before we started doing bare knuckle with boxing, and we were running through the whole LBC over here. Like our gym had people just pulling out back to back to back. We were winning every tournament. We were doing it, so it was pretty good. Coming up with these guys, knowing that me and my stablemates were handling business. Doing what we're supposed to do and continuing on with our career, and to see now as we're getting older and see how we're doing and moving forward.
Being comfortable with your team, I feel, is huge because we've run across lots of people who are just starting fighting, people who have been fighting bare knuckle for a few fights, and they are either constantly moving to different gyms, which seems to really not help too well because I feel like they're always getting different. It's like the coach might be trying to change their style. They don't like this, they don't like that. So they're moving around all the time. Or there's people who are just like, oh no, I just train by myself. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that's going to work at the level that you're at because you might beat one or two people. But if you're ever going to try to make it somewhere, man, you got to have some great training partners and some good coaches. You can't be just going in there from your friggin' basement. What is this? This is professional bare knuckle fighting championship. What is it? You can't just come out of your basement.
Right. These guys, I don't know, man. I learned, like I said, from my first outing, I learned my experience that with this bare knuckle, the work needs to be put in regardless. No matter how talented you feel like you are, no matter what skill level you feel like you are, the hard work needs to be put in. And I feel like I'm very talented. I feel like I'm very skillful. A lot of these guys that's doing it, but I didn't put the work in my first outing, and it showed. And my opponent didn't, and he did what he was supposed to do. So you have to, no matter who you are, where you at, I feel like you need to find a gym, even if it is going. I used to have to catch a train and buses to get to my gym. It take me 2.5 hours to get to the gym and back home. So even if you guys got to get up and do that, get up and do it, because this ain't something that you could just do from one day to the next day, and it's a hurt sport. One punch, literally, is all it's. You never, even though bare knuckle is a bit safer, but you never know what could happen as the sport progressing.
You just said the exact words that I was going to say. The sport is also progressing every year as the events go on and the fighters get more and more skilled. It is becoming its own thing. It is becoming its own thing. And like Mike said, the guys that were like coming off the couch and out of their basement and giving this shit a shot, that might have worked in 2018 when nobody knew what the hell this sport actually was. Right. But now this is its own science now. Like you cannot just train MMA and then come fight bare knuckle, or just train glove boxing and fight bare knuckle, or whatever. There is a like a skill set, specific skill set that is for this.
And some kind of balance.
Yeah. So
we didn't tell y'all we going to the UFC. Y'all want UFC 300.
Hey, there he is.
I'll see y'all soon.
That's our next guest.
I want to see him get a basketball and do a windmill dunk on that hoop behind you right now. Can he do that?
Hey, Steve. Hold on. Hey, come here. hey, come here. They said they want to see you dunk. Hey, the ball right here. Let's go.
Don't fuck your wrist up in some crazy ass
Hey,
shit.
yeah, don't slip. If it's wet out there, don't do it.
Mike and Mish show broke his fucking goddamn neck. But he goes and his wrist gets caught, and he's like, "Oh shit! Oh no! Put the whole thing down."
He
dropped. Oh my god! Did we just kill HD?
Yeah, he's disappeared. He fell right through the ground.
He fell.
He went right through the concrete.
And you broke the goal.
As long as he didn't break his wrist, that's fine.
Dude,
he dropped it on my head.
Oh man,
right?
You
We're worried about him breaking his wrist. Next thing that the friggin' hoop falls on you, you get knocked out. It's like on camera. We got to erase all the tapes. Deny that we saw it.
He just
no, he didn't get knocked out last week on the show.
You know, hey, one real quick story about something that just like that just happened. I was down in the Virgin Islands on a mission with the Army, right? We were down there for we were repoing a couple aircraft down there. I used to do that, and we're down there, and this guy, this like
repoing,
we're repoing helicopters.
Yeah.
So we're down there, and this Virgin Islands facility has a basketball hoop put up in their hangar, and this guy that I'm with is a big heavy set white dude, and he's like, I can dunk on I can grab rim on a 10-foot hoop. We're like, get the fuck out of here, dude. We're like, you can't do that. And we're looking, he's like,
I could be like 5'9", 5'10", but like 300 pounds, right?
He swears to God that he can grab rim on a 10-foot rim. So we're like, no way. So we forget about it. And then we're all bullshitting in the hangar, and we hear, "Oh, see, I told you." And we turn around, and he's over by the hoop, and we're like, "Nobody fucking saw it, you idiot." We're like, "Yeah, you touched the rim." We're like, "Do it again," right, dude? He jumps up there, grabs the front of the rim, rips the entire backboard off the fucking wall, lands on his back with the rim in his hand, and the backboard connected to the rim, and he's laying there, and he gets up. And he looks at us with this fucking look on his face, and he's like, "Oh shit! What do I?" There's a big hole in the wall on the hangar where the fuck we're like, this motherfucker can grab rim. What?
Yeah.
Not only did he grab rim, he did what HD just did. He ripped the whole fucking thing right off the wall, ruined their shit. It was absolutely hysterical.
That's pretty impressive.
It really was. Like, wow, we didn't know he had it in him for sure.
I don't even know if I can fucking grab a 10-foot wrist.
Well, I know I can't. That's for sure.
I can't. Nope.
Okay.
That shit is hilarious.
Thank you, Coach. They go. Hey, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
For that win, boy.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna win.
Who's
the
fourth?
Love to hear it.
Who's the fourth?
We have a bare knuckle amateur fighter.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. So you guys got three studs in a debut in amateur. Then that's what you got. Outstanding. So we have to talk about your fight. You're fighting. I don't. How do you say his name? Polger. Jim Polger.
Polger, something like that.
Polger.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about your opponent? He's a debuter. He only has one boxing match on his resume that we could see. I don't personally know much about him, but you will be stepping in there in a smaller ring this time. What can you tell us about your opponent? What can we expect?
From what I know, I don't really know much. I tried to look up his boxing match to get some film. We didn't really see much. The only fight I was able to see was when he fought El Gallo in the influencer fighting match. I was there for that fight. He seems all right. Conventional boxer type of fighter. I know he's from Venezuela. So he's coming with this big, I guess, thing behind him, trying to be the first bare knuckle Venezuelan fighter doing this thing. So I know he's trying to bring a whole lot behind it, but I don't really know much about him, to be honest, man. I just saw that one little clip of him at fight. My bag is against the wall. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Do you find it really hard when you can't find somebody's like record, really no fights, or so you don't know what the heck you're really getting into there? Because I
really.
feel like the influencer fight. Did he really fight? Like fight? You know?
I mean, I felt like he was trying. He was trying to give it to a guy. I felt like he was hyped up to where he was trying, but I mean, I don't really worry about my opponents too much because I'm the type of fighter I like to figure you out. I go as it go on. So the first round, even though bare knuckles a faster pace, and I know they're gonna come out throwing everything, but I know how to read people and I like to pick them apart. So even if I don't get to study film on my opponent, all I need is probably one round with them, and then after that, I know what I need to do with them.
Well, if you're anything like your teammate, your old teammate, I don't know if he's still your teammate, Bryce Henry. We always talk about Bryce's debut fight in the BKFC against Brendan Shavers, where Bryce from round 1 to round 2 was a completely different fighter.
Right.
And then, by round 3, he had pretty much mastered the game at that point. It was amazing to watch. And I feel like you trained around the same people. You guys are probably high IQ fighters. Right. So yes, you can go in there against a stranger, download some information from that first round, in between rounds, come up with a game plan, go out and execute in the second.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive when you can see something like that. We're excited to see it. How do you see the fight playing out?
Well, I don't get paid for overtime, so I am
not long.
I am gonna be looking for if it comes, I'm gonna go for it, the knockout. But I know this guy, he's like he trains other people, so he's a gym rat. I know he's in the gym all the time. Condition's gonna be up to date. So I hope he's able to sit in there and put up a fight. It's gonna be his first fight without gloves. And experienced the bare knuckle. I had my first outing with Tony Soto. I suffered a broken nose in the fight, all kind of stuff. So I know what it's like, and I love it. It feels different. Don't get me wrong, I have professional boxing matches, and boxing is my number one. That's my home. But bare knuckle I found a new love somewhere else, and it's crazy.
Love it. You wouldn't be disappointing anybody with a quick finish because there is 15 fights on this card that night.
Yeah, where did those all come from?
Yeah, there's 15 damn fights on the docket that night,
I believe it's mixed in with the amateur fights too.
Yeah. But from start to finish, first fight to last fight, there's 15 of them. So that's a long night. So there's going to need to be some quick knockouts or it's going to be a long evening. There's going to be a lot of drunk fucks at Vivo. That's for sure.
Oh, man. I cannot wait.
That place is nice. That's a nice place they have there.
I've never been there.
I wish
you didn't go by there for BKFC 57 weigh-ins, huh?
Weigh-ins, no. I only showed up to the fight, to the event.
It's a pretty cool place. You've been to that mall before, the Dolphin Mall?
Never.
No? So it's like just this.
Damn near all my life. Never been
there. That's funny because we don't live down there. We went when we were covering the weigh-ins. So, but it's a nice area. It's like they have 4 different bars. They're all, I think, owned by the same company, and the whole like outdoor area is open and connected. So I imagine then there's like an area that has it's covered, and they could probably take the cover down, I think too. So, but it's a covered area. That's probably where the ring's going to be, and then they're going to have all these seats. But it's like it's outside, so it's really nice. It's a very nice mall, I thought. I mean, in Rhode Island, we have too many nice things around here. So Florida does outdoors better,
Florida be good. Is the place to come when you want to see something.
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Sure. Well, hey, man, we're gonna let you get back to back to training. I don't know if you're done for the night, but we're gonna be talking to your teammate Howard Davis in a minute here. Do you have any final words that you'd like to say? Oh, do we have something to give away, Mike?
No.
Okay. Do you have anything final that you would like to say to everybody that's paying attention, who's going to be paying attention on March 15th, who is going to be tuned in? Go ahead.
I just want everyone to come out and enjoy yourself. I'm going to stay blessed at the end of the night. Hope for my opponent, pray to God that everyone come out safe so he can go home to his family. Me too. I appreciate you guys for having me on here. Appreciate everyone. Absolutely. supporting the organization, supporting everything we're doing. It is something. It's old, but it's new in the USA, so we're trying to bring it back, and it's grew within the past 2 or 3 years or so. So I appreciate everybody and being a part of the organization now. I'm loving it, and I'm just thankful for everyone and what everyone's doing for the fighters and everyone on the outside also.
Well, dude, best of luck to you and your whole team, all 4 of you that are going to be on that card that night. Big night for you guys. Thank you for coming on. Wanya, I know how to say your name now, so that's cool. And Mike, you have anything else for him before we let him go?
So Kyle asked if we had anything to give away, which we don't, but I assume you're going to run into Russ. You know, Russ Maxim from the Extreme BK fans page. I'm sure you're going to run into that man, and I'm sure he's going to have some stuff for you to sign. So if you do grace us with that signature.
Shout out Russ. He's the man, bro. I love
Russ is the man, yeah.
He really is. He's the one who provides us with all the signed pictures. So when you get some signed pictures to him, he'll give them to us, and the next time you come on, we'll give some away.
Most definitely. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, everybody. When we come back, HD Davis. Later, man.
Later.
So I'm the same version of him, but like as a street dog. Like,
yeah,
that's where he came from, though, didn't it? That's why, because you can tell when he got in front of me, he real like he gritty. He a good showman, though. You know.
It's unbelievable.
Who knows, man? Who knows how the fight would go?
Like, what was it like knocking out his teeth?
Ah, man, Luke's a good guy, man.
Do you feel bad
I got
for
the
him?
win, and that's all that matters.
Hey, man, good fight.
It's Jomi the Archangel Escoboza here watching the Mike and Mish show, drinking cashier coffee.
I like how he throws in the drinking cat shit coffee. Oh shit, there you go. Right at the end, drinking cat shit coffee. Fucking Jomi, man. Hey, you know what? Jomi got his shot. And we're waiting on HD for a minute here, but we just can't find HD. I don't know where he is in the world right now. I have no idea where HD could possibly be.
He just disappeared. He went through the ground. He's still going through the Earth's core right now.
Yeah. No, man, we had talked a lot about the rankings recently, and David Feldman talked about it the other day on the Bare Knuckle show, and they're going to try to fix it. But the ultimate disrespect, I believe, the most disrespectful thing out of all the weight classes and all the rankings is the fact that Jomi is not in the top 5 in the late.
Doesn't deserve it.
It's absolutely fucking insane. The guy's 9-1.
Didn't earn it.
9-1, and the one loss was to Jared Warren, and they went the distance. It's like absolutely crazy that the voting members of the board are ignoring that. They should all they should all line up, and Jomi should smack them all like the Three Stooges, like all the way across. Bunch of fucking stoonods. Stoonod of the week. Whoever's not putting Jomi in the top 5. But shout out to the BKFC for doing the fight that made sense. No other fighter in that division made sense for the vacant title besides a 9-1 Jomi Escoboza, and then Jared Warren coming off a first-round knockout of Danny Christie. No question about it. They got that right, and we'll talk about that more soon.
Yes,
Mike, why don't we bring in our guest?
Let's bring him in. Pop him in. Get him in.
Third guest of the evening is the main event of the evening. He will be fighting Sean P. Town Wilson in Miami at Vivo Dolphin Mall. And his name is Howard H.D. Davis.
Hey-o.
What are you in a car now?
Yeah, I just came from practice. I was in the gym with Reid. We just got done.
Yeah, how far through the earth did you go after you hit that and fell through? You went through the Earth's crust, and you came out where?
I don't know where I came out.
Like a cartoon.
It was hard to dunk. It was hard to dunk because Reid was right underneath the rim on a tire, so I couldn't get close to the rim, so I had to dunk away from the rim. So that's why I fell. It was crazy.
So funny.
We were laughing because we were like, man, just just don't hurt your wrist or do something like just accidentally, like you slip and you fall. And next thing, we're not even worrying about Reid. He's sitting there and the damn basketball hoop comes falling down, almost knocked his ass out.
That's him, bro. He was right underneath the rim. How am I supposed to dunk and land if you're right underneath it with it sitting on the tire? So it's kind of hard.
Did you break the backboard of the rim when it landed? No. It's all good.
Nah, it's all good. It just fell because it was slippery outside. It rained all today, so it's been kind of slippery. So the ball was wet, and then as soon as I touched the rim a little bit, the wheels that kind of hold the back piece, it just kind of just rolled. So I didn't really grab it too hard.
I would have had to Venmo the cost of the rim to you, the cost of the backboard to you guys, because it was kind of a little bit of our fault. I don't know, but HD, yeah, you're back, dude. You're back. Last time we saw you, you got your title fight. It was a very rough and nasty fight with Kai Stewart.
It was.
We have to touch on that a little bit because it didn't go your way that night. But I know that you had a lot of things going on with yourself. Is everything good right now with you? Everything better in HD's world heading into this one, as opposed to what the fuck was going on with you when you were fighting Kai Stewart?
To be honest, things are better. You know, I ended up getting baptized this year. You know, I gave my life to my Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ. So that's a big thing to me. You know, 29 years it took for that to happen, and I've just been walking in, you know, my faith and just giving everything to God. That's all I can do. Everything to get fully resolved, you know. But you know, I got the opportunity. I'm thankful for Bare Knuckle and Dave Feldman and all in management and Victor Demesman for giving me, you know, the backing and the support I needed to get that title shot. Probably should have waited, you know, till February to probably fight, because I had just came back from that surgery with my hand. There was a lot going on, you know, plus the stuff that happened that you guys seen under your post and under Bare Knuckle post. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, you know, I wasn't my best, but I can't take nothing away from Kai. Kai, he fought as a champion, you know. He stepped up to the challenge and it was his best. To me, he probably looked his best. You know, since I've seen him, since I've been watching his fights, and obviously you guys seen my fights, and he can try to say stuff about my opposition, but as I've already noted and looked at each other's opposition, like it's not a big difference. So I just wasn't my 100% self, but that's on me, man. You know, rushing to fight with all that going on, just trying to, you know, give it to God and just capitalize on opportunity. Because if I would have waited, a lot of people don't know, if I would have waited, there's no guarantee that I would have got the title shot. If I would have fought another fight as a warm-up fight to then fight him and I would have hurt myself or lost the fight, I would not have got the chance to fight Kai. So I was kind of put, you know, in the bind, like, you know, take this fighter, you know, we're going to make it happen now. It's going to happen then, but it wasn't 100%. So I just was kind of tired of not really getting my, you know, like being acknowledged for like doing what I do. Like, you know, I fight the most out of everybody in the division, outside of the division and in the division. So I just felt like it was my time. And unfortunately, God had different, you know, plans, and, you know, he's teaching me patience right now. And that's all I do is be patient. A lot of people count me out, not really talking about me when they talk about the top people in the division, all stuff like that. But trust me, I'm going to be the dark horse, and I'm definitely going to surprise everybody real soon. That's all I got to say.
We could tell that you were off your game that night against Kai, and I'm not taking anything away against Kai, because Kai did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to make it nasty. He was going to make it dirty. He was going to use his wrestling. He was going to drive in on you.
Yeah.
But I believe, and what I think that was going on, what was like the telling factor for me that your head might not have all the way been in there. Yeah. Kai hit you with the same left hand on the entry like several times, and I know you've probably watched that fight back.
I watched it, yeah.
And when you watch that fight back and you see that he was landing the same thing over and over again, like a sharp, on point HD probably would have made the adjustment. You know what I mean?
You watch my other fights, I don't get easily hit, especially not by the same punch. And if you watch a lot of times, even the announcers are calling, I kept about to throw a right hand, I just kept bringing it back. It was subconsciously, like I wasn't thinking about it. I guess the fear of me breaking my hand, because he was rushing in with his head down, like intentionally, and then maybe that was his game plan. But on a lot of counter shots, I couldn't. The people wanted me to throw the uppercut and wanted me to counter right hand, but I couldn't. If all I seen was the top of his fucking head. So me just breaking my fucking, you know, bone in my hand clean and getting a screw placed in my hand forever, and then the surgery before that, it's just a lot of trauma, you know. So, you know, always fighting. If people want to look back at it, and like I said, all kudos to God, no excuse. if you look at every time I got my eye cut or I lost a fight, right before that fight I got surgery. It wasn't like I had a win before that, or I did have a win, but right after the win I had before that, I had surgery. I mean, right after I had surgery, so it's like I'm coming off of surgery right into big fights. And I came and fought Louis. I just came off a 6-month layoff after I had surgery, big major hand surgery. Same thing with Kai. I was off for a few months, and even though he fought earlier that year, it's different when you're you got ring rust. It's different when you come off of a fucking injury. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Usually people get tune-up fights and stuff like that, but we ain't bare knuckle, man. It's real. It's real brutal. That's what we signed up for. We all got injuries. Who knows if he was 100%? I felt good enough in the physical form that I could have beat him, but I just wasn't myself, man. There's certain things I did here and there that you seen little sparks to me, but for that to be my title fight and all the fights I had building up to it, it wasn't even close to my best. And now I just got to keep moving forward, fight all the people that I need to fight, and mark the names off the list that I got on my list. That's it.
Yeah.
I saw a post that you put up of corner advice from Bryce Henry, and it was like you just said,
Bobby.
and Kyle just
Bobby.
said, Bobby Henry. Sorry, yeah, Bobby Henry. So, and he's like, I've been doing this my whole life. Uppercut.
Right.
That's just
He was
like
right.
you just said. And
right.
It's almost like the same thing that Kyle just said. Is like you guys, they're outside the fight, looking in, saying and thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And you're there, and you now, I think you even admitted in that post, like you just, for whatever reason, you couldn't like get out of it. And the thing is like, this happens to fighters, like all fighters.
It does.
And
it does. It's
like
more mental
Cowboy
than anything.
Cerrone. Cowboy, Cowboy Cerrone?
Who's that? Is that UFC dude?
Yeah, he used to fight for UFC. Super, super popular guy. He is an absolute killer.
Yeah.
But there were fights where he would go in, and for whatever reason, you could see in his face or in his movements that like he just
not there.
That would happen to
He's
him.
zoned
and
out.
then
It happens.
He would say it afterwards, like I don't know, man. I just got in there.
I didn't even remember the fight, guys. Guys, I didn't even remember my fight until I actually seen it. I thought I did even worse than I actually did. I was like, okay, I kind of listened a little bit. I kind of woke up a little bit. Okay, I kind of executed here and there with certain stuff, but it wasn't no thought in it. Bare knuckle, boxing, UFC is all, people think it's a tough guy game. It's all a thinking game. Like when I make my counters, I execute things, I think about it. When I fought that fight, my last fight, it was like muscle memory. Like my body was just going and I wasn't really thinking. I wasn't making the adjustments. Like Bobby was giving great advice. He was telling me to jab. He was telling me to uppercut. He was telling me to pivot. He was telling me to do all, and I was just sitting there and that shit was going in one ear and out the other. Like I wasn't even usually used. I'm looking at him in the eyes. Like I'm just zoned, bro. But it happens, man. It's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Like I just learned that what Mike Tyson said, like one of the greatest boxers of all time. Like that shit really is 90% mental and 2% physical. Like you can train your body, which I did. I trained my body probably to the best of my abilities, and my mind just was not there. And it was there up until we got in that ring, and he went and did what he did. Like I didn't think he would stoop that low. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he knew. I didn't know news outlets and it was getting sent to you guys. I didn't know none of that shit, bro. That shit was getting sent to my family. Like it was a lot of crazy shit, bro. So, and a lot of people would say, toughen up, get a stronger mental. But you understand, I legit have a brand that gives back to the kids. That I have 4 kids, bro. My youngest is my daughter. Like that shit affects me because that shit disgusts me. So the shit that they was accusing me of course it's gonna bust my head and make me feel away because it's like, bro, like that's not me. And they painting this picture and people believe in that shit. Like, damn, like y'all couldn't wait to really throw me underneath the bus. It was sending it to my sponsors. Like right now for this fight, like I don't have a lot of sponsors, and it's probably because of that shit. So they real deal took bread off the plate from me and my kids and my family. So that shit, I was in a rage, but I was just like, it was a lot going on, man. I couldn't even explain like how I felt in that moment. I just knew I had to fight. I'm not a bitch. I wasn't going to quit because I could have easily, as soon as he said something, choked his ass to fuck out. Because I'm pretty sure Kai's not stronger than me. I could have slammed him on his neck. Whatever I wanted to fucking do. And I would have just been that black guy who lost his cool and got his opportunity and whatever happened. No, I still fought. I said, fuck it. I got to fight. But, I just wasn't there, And you can see in the stare down before we even fight, I'm just like, I'm looking at him. I'm just like, I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. Like you got to expect the unexpected. I just didn't think I seen him do a little weird shit, but I ain't expecting him to like be on some shit like that. Like, that's nothing to play about, bro. If I hear some shit about an opponent, I'm not gonna like talk about something that's that serious, bro. That's not like some small shit. That's a serious accusation. Like you don't play about certain shit, bro. You don't play about certain shit.
I might be looking too far into this next thing I'm going to bring up, or maybe not. I did like to see this, though, is Brian Duran came out. And I know you guys were having some beef. Some things were going on. We all saw it. And then he came out and actually in your defense because of this. And I liked that because I know that you guys weren't getting along. Maybe you aren't still, but he did come out and say, like, dude, this is fucked up. That's bullshit. Bah, 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 bah. And I was wondering if you guys were good because now that you're going to church, you said you got baptized, and I know he's kind of done the same thing. So I didn't know if that kind of had anything to do with one another or if it was just a coincidence because I know he's kind of been doing the same thing.
No, he's just his own person. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna be who he's gonna be. You know, what he said is what he said. It's just a lot that led up to that make me believe that a lot of people were against me that I thought was for me. And a lot of weird stuff got, you know, came to like the surface, and people I thought trusted me and had real love for me. It wasn't real love, and they tried to make it seem like I was the one that was not showing real love. I was the one that was hating. So I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to believe.
Yeah.
People can say what they want to say. People can, you know, defend me and say certain stuff, but it's like, if you guys knew all the facts, it'll be like, you'll know why I'm saying that, because it's like you can't say one thing and then do another, you know what I'm saying? So you can't say certain things in private and then, say certain things for social media and stuff like that to win fans over or look like you're being the bigger person, or the case may be. Like, I don't know what's genuine anymore, because I thought stuff was genuine from the beginning, but it don't seem like that. So I leave stuff as it be. He doing his thing. He won his fights. He's doing his thing. Hopefully, I get to meet him in the ring soon, and I get to cross his name off my list. That's all I really care about. I don't care about nobody saying that that I'm not this type of person that's not in the third, because at the end of the day, people words hold little weight. It's all about the actions. There's a lot of undercover actions that I don't know about and stuff that's in the closet that people kind of conspire against me, so I wouldn't be my best on my championship fight, because they couldn't be a part of the success, or they wasn't in the position I was in. So it's a lot that go back to ex stable mates and ex people that just used to be around me that I thought was for me that really isn't for me.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, that's
sorry to hear
tough.
all that shit. Yeah,
that's tough.
Right,
but hey, you're back now, and after all that shit, and like all that Salt Lake City wasn't all that long ago. You know what I mean? You are just 3 months later, 4 months later, you're getting right back in there. You're going up to 155, and you're fighting a very tough guy, a 70+ fight professional MMA fighter, Sean P-Town Wilson. This fight, when it was announced, kind of surprised me. Some of the matchmaking lately has been surprising me. Like I'm usually pretty good at like picking things out, and I didn't see this one coming.
Me either.
Yeah.
We were supposed to fight in February, but I don't know what happened. No, I was supposed to fight James Brown in February. I don't know how he ended up getting.
That'd have been awesome.
I don't know how he ended up getting booked with
Bovar?
the Ukrainian dude.
Yeah, Bovar.
And then beat the dude and then called me out like we didn't send him a contract. So one thing about it, I'm one of the most active fighters because I don't turn down contracts. So I don't know what happened with that, but we was cool when him talked on Instagram and he was talking about fighting everybody, and I told him I got business to handle with Carl first, and he respected that. And then he started sneak dissing. Like, that's one thing I don't get about the fighters. Like, one thing about me, I don't sneak diss. Like, either I'm sign a contract and we're gonna fucking fight, you're gonna win, or I'm gonna win, and that's it. All the weird shit and calling people out and saying that the person I'm fighting is nobody. If you do your research, you actually see that he's somebody, and he has more fights than you, me, and a lot of other people. But people look at whatever they look at, last fights or age, whatever, and they just assume that this guy is not a fighter, like a good fighter. But it is what it is. I let
He's a
people
powerhouse, dude. Sean Wilson's a powerhouse, and when you say he's got more experience than you or him, he's got more experience than like probably you could take 10 fighters from the division, put them all together. The guy's got 75 fucking fights. I mean, dude's been around for a minute. He's done a lot. He's knocked a lot of people out. So this is a very tough opponent for you. But let's go. I don't want to skip that. The James Brown HD fight is something that a lot of people would love to see. That is fantastic. So with that said, hold on, let me ask you this. With that said, this fight is at 155 pounds against Sean Wilson.
Yeah.
Is your next fight gonna be back at 145? And is your next? And I'm not telling you to look past Sean Wilson because I know you're focused. But
I'm focused.
Speaking into the future here, are we going to see HD back at 145? Maybe James Brown is next.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
yeah,
most definitely. I think so. I'm definitely going back to 145. When me and my team sent James Brown and his people the contract, I'm pretty sure it was for 155 because he's fought at 155 too. So we're like, okay, cool. I like going up and down. It don't really matter to me. No pause. I didn't mean to say that shit kind of wicked. Pause. I like going up and down. Oh shit, that was wicked. Okay, pause. But yeah, 145, 155. I'm good at both. I like 55 because I get to be a little stronger and not killing myself with the weight. You see with Kai Stewart, I kind of weighed in kind of under like fucking almost like 140 flat. I was like almost 141. It's like 142. So sometimes I kind of overdo it because I like to be professional and really like to get after it. So I came in kind of light, but when I'm at 55, I feel like I'm more in my natural weight. You know what I mean? So regardless if you want to fight at 55 or 45, I'll fight him. Obviously, I'll fight El Gallo. Obviously, I'll fight Brandon Allen. Even me and Brandon Allen already talked about it. We want to fight when it comes to the belt and stuff like that because we feel like we're the two most skilled fighters in the division, regardless of what anybody want to say. Like, even Jimmy Rivera just said it to Kai when Kai was talking about me and his fight. Like, yo, you didn't beat, you beat a boxer out wrestling him. You didn't beat him with striking. Like, your strikes wasn't better than mine. Even though I wasn't still there, like, his strikes wasn't better than mine. Even the little left-hand thing he was doing, it wasn't nothing significant and all of that. I only got cut when I was in the clinch. Nothing he hit me with cut me from the outside. So it was like, it wasn't nothing spectacular. But like I said, he won. Got to give it to him. He's undefeated. Don't feel like he'll be undefeated for long. Hopefully he's still undefeated when I fight him because I want to get I want to be me. Like, if he beat me when I was me, hey, bro, great fight, bro. You're a great wrestler. You're doing your thing. It's bare knuckle fighting. It's not bare knuckle boxing. Cool. But we all see what happened. He did what he did, and he did it for a reason. He got information probably from somebody that know that mentally sometimes I don't always be there. I go through a lot of shit in my life, and that's just how it is. So he just wanted to knock me down one more peg, and unfortunately it happened. But moving past that, got Sean Wilson coming up, Mr. P-Town, whatever that means, and we're gonna fight.
we confirmed that it does not mean Pound Town, by the way.
Yes, doesn't mean Pound Town.
No.
Yep. Don't mean Pound Town. We're wrong.
Oh shit! I thought it was Sean Pussy some shit. I thought it was Sean Pussy Monster. I thought Sean was getting some pussy.
No. He's not Pound Town.
That's what we thought. That's what we all thought.
I thought you never know. Sean may be a freak. You never know.
He's from and I apologize to Sean for not remembering the name of the town that he came from, but it started with a P. That's what that is the only story. Okay. The only it was like,
is he from like Pittsburgh or some shit?
I don't know. No. Okay. He's from the Midwest, I think. But
Nebraska.
that's all. It was from Nebraska. He's from some town in Nebraska that started with a P. And he was beating on some dude in a fight, and they started. The other fighters fans were chanting his town's name, and then his fans were like, well, fuck, our town's name is way too goddamn long, so we're just gonna start chanting P-Town, and that's what it was. And they're going P-Town, 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 and that became a thing, I guess.
Was it Palmyra? Is that what it was?
Palmyra. Chanting Palmyra, it wouldn't sound very good. So
it makes sense now. When I was doing an interview for Bare Knuckle, it's gonna come out soon. I'm pretty sure gonna have in there when I say the P town or pussy or something like that. I meant no disrespect. I just ain't know what it meant, so I'm just trying to guess. But I mean, one thing. I mean, I'm a respectful dude. I don't like try to disrespect nobody. Kids that are their family or their where they from. I don't really do too much of that, bro. Like. We fighting, we all fighting for our different reasons, and that's it, bro. People like to do too much. I understand it's the entertainment business and stuff like that. So if you see what I said, hopefully you don't get too mad and try to kill me after the fucking fight or nothing like that. Like, I heard you say it, motherfucker. Like, bro, trust me, brother. I don't be trust me, bro.
A couple more questions, then we'll let you go because you're staying on late, and
we got a couple of pitches.
We got a couple pitches to give away. But you you referred back to the in the Kai Stewart fight. Coming off the injury, just coming off the surgery, getting the screw taken out of your hand and all that stuff.
Getting the screw put in my hand.
Getting the screw put in you. So you were a little reserved to throw it though.
Not reserved. It's not like I was even thinking about it. I guess my the trauma to my hand is like my subconscious is like don't throw this shit or it's going
Is
to break.
that
Or you're
gone?
gonna break it.
Is that gone now?
I honestly can't say that, bro. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's not like I'm thinking about it. Like, oh shit, it just was happening, and it happened. If you go back in the fight, it happens a few times, and I was just like, Howard keeps pulling out that right hand, and who knows? Maybe if I'd have threw it, I would have knocked his ass out, or at least I don't know. But just, I guess it's the fear of breaking it again. I'm not sure, bro. Like, wasn't even thinking about it. It was happening. Like I said, I wasn't already there. So it's like when certain shit was happening, I had to rewatch it and see like, oh shit, I really did pull back this right hand like 5-6 fucking times when maybe it could have landed. It was just.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm feeling mentally better though, so hopefully it's over with.
What do your doctors tell you? Do your doctors tell you that your hand is 100% go, don't hold back, or like the docs are telling you?
I feel like doctors will never be like, oh, you can go out and punch with this hand.
No, but I mean, but like your doctors have to clear you. They know what you do for a living, so that your doctors are clearing you, and it's just a mental thing, right? So
yeah, I mean, for the Jimmy Rivera fight, I was told exclusively to my face not to fight. Fight.
I feel like doctors will always say that, no matter what.
But my hand was fucked up. It was mangled. I had the ruptures and the ligament tear in my thumb. My hand was literally fucked up. That's why after my shit like a hand from like The Simpsons. My hand was huge as fuck after the Jimmy Rivera fight, and I still fought my ass off. But then that led to me having to sit out for like 6 months for that surgery. Then coming back for the Louis fight, and then the cut. So boom, came back after all that, and then the shit happened with the uppercut with Kiffin's, and it was like. That was better because at least a break is a break, The bone, they kind of like put the screw in it so it can mend back together, and it wasn't fully bonded yet. But they gave me clearance. They said, yeah, you can fight, but obviously like it's up to me how that works. And after the fight with Kai, my hand was pretty good. Like I don't feel like I really hurt my hand with Kai, but I got some X-rays and MRIs done just to check it, and because it was feeling weird sometimes. Like my hand is never probably going to be 100%, because like. Certain things, but it just had like they was telling me I can't go to a regular orthopedic. I have to go to like a specialist because I have a lot of trauma on the hand. It's not like it's like spaced out from 5 years and 10 years. Like I had 2 surgeries in less than 2 years, so it was just back to back. So a lot of that goes into place. So like it was lit and shit when I was 100%, and I'm throwing the fucking right hand with like reckless abandons, but that kind of like would fuck shit up. Like I have viral knockouts, but at the end of the day, it kind of fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I don't have these big, meaty hands. I have bony, sharp hands. So when my shit hits some shit and don't hit the proper target and hits the hard spot of the head or the forehead, it's not always good. So I just have to. That's why I box more. I try to be more precise, and I don't just go in there trying to war, because sometimes you get in the mix with somebody who wants to fight like that, and it's like,
Well, we wish you the best. On your return, March 15th, main event. Sean P. Town Wilson is your opponent. Main event, Vivo, Dolphin Mall, Miami. We asked Wanya if he had ever been there. Have you been to Vivo?
I've been to Dolphin Mall. I don't really know about Vivo. I don't know if that's a club or some shit like that.
It's a bar. Huh? It's a huge bar complex. There's like a shit. Yeah, there's like 4 bars, and it's this huge outdoor area and indoor area. And
so it's gonna be outdoor.
Yes, the event's gonna be outdoors. And when we were there for the weigh-ins, they told us that they could put about 1,000 to 1,100 outside.
Okay.
And then another 500 inside. I'm like, man, this place is big. There's a lot.
Oh, that's dope. I fought outside one time at 154 pounds. It was my first boxing match, and that was pretty dope to fight outside. If it feels, I don't know if the breathing feels different or what, because you're not in a closed space, but it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
I got an idea.
One thing, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched that fucking fight though with Kai closely. They was ballooning the fuck out those numbers. They was making it like this man was throwing 1,000 punches in the clinch, and he was not, because I was wrapping his fucking hands up. A lot of those times, they ballooned the shit. They put his shit like a 90% landing ratio of him in the inside. I'm like, bro, this thing ain't not even throwing that many punches. And this shit was just like, that's why they made it unanimous, because it's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, my body did not hurt. None of that shit. It's like, he's not landing that many punches, bro. Like, they were just doing that. That's one thing I had to touch on.
Definitely didn't
They got to
that.
get better. They had to get better with the, like, because I guess the first time it was in Utah. I don't know who was the judges, anything like that. But, bro, they ballooned the fuck out of how many punches he threw and landed, because I wrapped him up a lot of times, underhooked, a lot of shit like that. And it's like, they were just giving him points for nothing. I'm like, bro, like I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, there's no fucking way, bro. He didn't even throw that many punches in the fight. So it's like, I don't even talk about it. It's so annoying.
We were watching it kind of like live because we were there. So we were watching it live, and then every now and then on the TV that how they have the TVs in the back. So we're like going back and forth. And I think we also did an interview too, like during. So like that's what happens. We miss some of the fight. Then we try to we watch it. Then we have to get online sometimes, try to rewind it to see. So like interviews can go smoothly. We being there, it's funny because it's like we're so excited. But then if I'm sitting on my couch, I'm watching every second of every fight. I'm listening to every single thing that's said.
Yeah.
But when we're there, we're talking to so many people.
It's too much.
We miss so much.
Yeah, it's too much going on. But like, if you go back and watch that fight, you look at when they pop up the number stats, and I'm like, man, these people.
Sometimes the stats count. Like I will agree, those stat counts are wonky is a great.
They inflated the fuck out of it, and then like
a lot of times
that's what they go off with. Like basically, like they be tripping with the punch count. Like, but they had his punch count fucking like he threw 1 million punches and landed every one. Bro, this man not even landing most of the punches. I'm like, god damn. Like, but when they say unanimous, I'm like, when we got to the corner, they was like, you guys may go to certain depth, So I'm getting ready, and I heard unanimous. I'm like, oh, I said, my judge just sat there. I said, who's the judges? Though? I don't know, bro. Hey, bro. And then another thing, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to get off topic, but the ref, I know that ref is. That was the first time I ever had that ref. He was letting Kai fight like we was in a fucking bar. He was low blowing me. He was headbutting me. He ain't got not one warning, and I don't even care. Usually, I don't care.
I remember this, dude. But I do remember 2 or 3 incidences in that fight where I thought they were gonna take a point away. They're like, oh, I do remember that. I was like, man, they're gonna take a point from him at some point here.
Juggernaut
and
was
they
in the
never
crowd
did.
Going crazy. He's like, bro, this man, he had his game plan. He was doing a little switch thing, but he was leading in legit with his head and headbutting me. Like, what the fuck?
Nick Barentz, I think that's who it was.
I never had that ref. I never seen him, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And then we was like, looking at him. I thought, bro, I got low blow, not like the little low blow. I got low blow when he took an uppercut from underneath after the dude already said break, got an uppercut and hit me on the prime spot of my balls. He got underneath my cup and went up, bro, and they ain't get no point for that. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, y'all just gonna like, okay, I see what it is. Don't worry.
He hit you with the upper nuts, is what he called it. The upper nuts, not an upper.
He hit me with the falcon. He hit me with the falcon punch in my dick, and it wasn't nothing to say about it. I'm like, okay, guys, I guess. That's
no uppercuts here, just upper nuts. That's it.
That's what he did, though. It's like, hey, man, it was a crazy fight.
Listen, HD, I got one more question for you before we let you go. Does the 16-foot ring? Are you excited about the smaller circle? Does it make no difference to you?
I just recently found out about that. Like,
it's quite a bit smaller.
It's gonna be a smaller ring. I heard in was it Virginia that they had a smaller ring? Because it was like that type of thing. I mean, like I said, I guess it's for an action thing. Like they don't want.
Yeah. You're used to fighting in a ring that's 22 feet across. This one's 6 feet less. It's 16 feet. So it's
okay. See, I didn't know that.
Significant amount smaller.
Yeah, I'm getting the ring and get used to it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. A smaller ring, bigger ring. It's like that in Boston too. So long as they have the bigger rings, depending on who's the A side and the B side, it happens. I just gotta adjust. And my game plan is my game plan. I'm gonna execute it the way I have to, the way my coach is going to tell me to, and the way I've been practicing every day to execute it. So that's all.
Well, we got to give a couple autograph pictures of you away real quick.
Of course, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Hey, don't give the answer away. Mike, bring a picture up real quick.
Okay, here's the first one, courtesy of Extreme BK fans page.
Hey,
check that out.
We
asked this guy Howard H.D. Davis, who is favorite rapper. In a previous interview on this show, I asked, who is your favorite rapper? He might not be your favorite right now. I don't know if he still is, but you gave me an answer. First person to give me the answer that you gave on that show wins this picture. Who did HD say was his go-to rapper the last time I asked him that question?
I don't even remember that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I said it might not be the same guy right now because shit changed.
I got a good offer on new hands. So somebody's selling these Terminator joints right here.
I need that.
What do you think about these, huh?
I need that.
I think that middle one looks nice.
Yeah, I was like asking them. I'm tired of this fucking hand. Like, can they just put like a plate in this shit, take all the bones out, and I'll be good, bro. I don't care if it's a little heavier. I'm good. The one in the middle look dope though. The one in the middle look dope.
Get the Terminator joints going.
It looks like something from Amazon, but definitely send it to me. Send me the link.
Not from Temu. I want the Timu Terminator hands.
Hey,
you need the real ones.
Timu. That shit gonna be plastic.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Your boy, your fucking teammate won the picture.
You're stupid. He's sitting right next to you.
He said,
I guessed it. He didn't tell me. You see, he didn't tell me.
I didn't tell him. I didn't know. Oh, shit.
Well, hey, Wanya, you just won yourself a picture signed by the guy sitting
You're
next
so
to
stupid.
you right
He
now.
told us to let's go. He told us let's go. This man's stupid.
You're gonna hang it up. You're gonna put it in your locker at the gym.
That's precious. I gotta get one of you too.
You used to hang like pictures of girls in your locker and stuff. Now you can have a picture of HD in your locker.
Yeah. We ain't gonna use our lockers, bitch. Only time we use our lockers, we was fighting. That's crazy.
Oh my God! All right, well, hey, let's bring up the other picture and then let's give this one away. This one's quick and easy. Look at that picture right there.
That's a sexy little picture right there.
Yeah, jacked out of his goddamn mind. Fucking Jesus. Here we go. This one's easy, guys. Here we go. Who did Howard Davis knock out in his professional boxing debut?
Oh shit! Don't even comment.
Actually, I think we have asked this before. So
we might have asked this question. We may have asked this question before, but
let somebody else get that.
Come on,
don't
somebody.
You fucking comment, Reed.
Yeah, you can't win twice.
Don't you dare! Don't do it.
2-time winners.
Yeah,
in one night. No 2-time winners in one night.
No, there you go. Come on, people. Who did he knock out in his glove boxing debut?
He says in the comments.
Oh man, somebody's got to win this picture, and then we're gonna let you get out of here because you guys have been training all night. It's not Louis. It is not Louis. No. The man is he? Is he in the comments right now? Is the man?
The person is in the comments that you beat in your boxing debut.
You guys got to give him a hint. You got to give him the hint that's going to.
He fights for BKFC right
now.
There
go the hint.
He also fights for BKFC. Yes,
that's
right.
No, Big Ben says Dalton Duncan, but that was your bare knuckle debut.
No.
We're not asking.
He almost got it. Hey, he was close. You might have to give it to him.
Boxing.
He was close. He fucked me up with that one. I forgot about that name.
Oh, Andy Hall is. What does that mean?
No, okay. Well,
what's up, Andy Hall?
Anyways,
where you guys heading to? You going to hang out, watch a movie, freaking?
Nah, I'm dropping Reed ass
going home, go to sleep.
I'm dropping Reed home, and I'm going home. I got a shoot in the morning, a content shoot.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Hey,
but while these, Buddy McGirt,
Big Ben,
Dirt
boxing,
Dirt McGirt,
not PKFC.
Oh, Buddy McGirt. I thought people were trolling. They trolling.
Come on, people. Gloved boxing, and while they're trying to figure your life out, HD, say your final word, shout some people out, and say whatever you need to say before we let you go tonight. And somebody just got the answer, by the way.
There we go.
Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Did you already win?
I feel blessed. I feel healthy. I'm thankful for everything that God does for me, my kids, my friends, my family, my stablemates. I give a big shout out to all the management team for doing everything they do for me. Victor Demesman, Sam, Saad, Juice, everybody in the organization that, is in part to helping me be my best for this camp. So fresh with the good food, all that good stuff, man. People who making my shoes, my trunks, thank you guys. And just a big shout out to you guys for always having me on the show, always being unbiased, always showing love. You guys are great for the promotion, BKFC, and the fighters. You guys are really for the fighters. You guys make big matchups that actually happen. Like Jomi matchup, like he deserved it. I'm happy you guys backed that. You guys backed my fight with the Kai interview in Denver. You guys are great, man. Thank you for doing everything you guys do, man. For real love.
Thank you, HD. Really, you know what they say? Matches are made on the Mike and Mish show.
They are. Don't worry. I'm gonna slip a few matchups I need. I'm gonna make sure I throw them y'all so I can post them so I can get them fucking matches I need.
Little
sprinkles in here, there, yeah.
Send them our way. Hey, we're gonna announce our winners for
Someone got it.
Someone got it, but there was a little bit of a controversy here because you can't win twice in one night, right? That's been like a thing on this show, Kyle.
Yeah.
The person who first said it cannot win that.
So the winner then goes to Big Ben, right?
Big Ben, basically, he's the closest.
No.
He's the first one.
It depends on if you want to do spelling or not. What do you think?
Well, let's let HD go and we'll discuss.
Yeah,
we'll
discuss.
Ben, I respect Big Ben. Big Ben got a big fight coming up, man. If he for him being on the show and even trying to play the game and get the picture, that's dope. And that man's a legend.
Appreciate it. It would be between Rick Caruso or Big Ben. Ben spelt it. Oh, I don't know if Ben even spelt it right, actually.
I'm gonna let you guys get it. You guys,
we'll do it. We're gonna let you go.
We're going to let you go. Thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck March 15th to both of you guys. Yeah, thank you very much. We will talk to you soon. All right, buddy?
Man. Stay blessed.
Later,
Stay
HD.
safe. Love.
Take it easy, boys.
Later. There he is. There it is. Hey, you know where that place is, Mike?
That is Tom's Watch Bar in Mohegan Sun.
Tom's Watch Bar in Mohegan Sun. I think we're going to give the HD picture to Big Ben 316, -1% owner of this show. Big Ben, you get the picture. We're going to give it to you. Right? He spelled the name right, isn't it? It's Glendale. So he got it. He got it first, spelt right. Big Ben, congratulations. With that said, that's not the last thing we're going to give away, and we're going to talk about Tom's in a second. But buckedup.com is a sponsor of ours. Bucked Up Energy, Bucked Up Supplements. We are giving away a t-shirt like this, but it's black with the red logo, a shaker bottle, and a pack of pre-workouts from Bucked Up. Only 6 people followed the rules on the internet this week. So I got the 6 names. They're all right here. And good luck to you guys. And now, if you want to get some Bucked Up apparel and pre-workout and a shaker bottle, we're going to be doing this more often. All you got to do is pay attention to our Instagram and our Facebook and fucking follow the goddamn rules, you damn stew nods. This is it. Here we go. 6 names in the hat. I'm going to pull one right now. Last week's winner is in here, by the way. Ingram Dave won last week. And we'll see if he did it back to back. No, he did not. The winner this week is Julie Holder Hinton. Julie Holder Hinton, you have won yourself some Bucked Up shit. So message me with your address and your shirt size, and we will get you your buck.
Hitson.
Oh,
Hitson.
Julie. Oh, I forgot
Holder
the F.
Hitson.
Holder Hitson.
Yes.
Julie Holder Hitson, you are
there. She is.
Get bucked up. Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, you're welcome. You win. You follow the rules. You're a rule follower on this show. At least you are. So congratulations to Julie, guys. If you want some Bucked Up shit, all you got to do is tune into the show, but tune into our social medias and follow the rules. They're super duper easy. Julie, how hard was it to share the link and take a picture of it? That was about the easiest thing you ever did, right? Right. She said right. So right before we gave that away, you showed a video of Tom's Watch Bar, Mohegan Sun. Today, we have decided that the Mike and Mish show will host a watch party for BKFC Fight Night Miami, March 15th. We won't be in Florida, but we will be in the Mohegan Sun at Tom's Watch Bar hosting a watch party with Chris Lytle. There he is. Chris Lytle will be there. Ryan Reber will be there, and possibly a couple other fighters. Guys, if you are in the area, if you are around the New England area, and if you have never been to Mohegan Sun, here's your opportunity to go to the nicest goddamn casino you ever seen in your life, home of the BKFC's Connecticut debut, May 11th in the arena there. You guys can come on down. If you're not going to Miami to see this thing, if you're in the area, drive to Mohegan Sun, spend the night there, party with Mike and I and Chris Lytle and Ryan Reber and whoever else is going to show up that night. And let's watch the HD Sean Wilson card together. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. Get there. If you live 17 hours away, you should be driving there. There is no excuse.
I wouldn't say that, but if you live in Rhode Island or Massachusetts,
even New York,
listen,
not too far.
New York,
on a night.
New York City to Mohegan Sun is a 2-hour drive. Providence to Mohegan Sun's a 40-minute drive. Boston to Mohegan Sun is an hour drive. So like nowhere big in the New England area there is too far from Mohegan. Come on down. I'll buy you a beer, maybe some chicken wings, and we'll have a good time with the lights out Lytle. You know what I mean?
Don't mix the honey sauce with the chicken wings,
no,
man.
Don't
like
mix.
The way don't do
that.
No,
man. So we're gonna watch HD and Wanya and Rosalinda, and we didn't get hit their last teammate's name, but we're gonna watch all 4 of them that night.
Fights.
We're also gonna watch Markus Suarez rematch with Drew Nolan and many other fights happening at the hot body. At many other fights happening at Vivo at the Dolphin Mall in Miami, Florida.
Fames is on that card. Concepcion.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's a bunch of fights on there. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna give away BKFC swag bags.
We're gonna give away some bucked up stuff.
I don't know. Chris Lytle might sign stuff. Chris Lytle might. I'm not gonna say he's gonna do it, but he probably would do it.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna sign stuff.
He'll probably sign your titties.
Yeah, mine definitely. We're gonna take pictures. We're gonna take video. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get some more. So, you know what we could do?
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna sign your titties and give you an.
We might come in with a new sound bite like that.
Yeah, hell yeah! Titty signing and upper nuts all night long at Mohegan Sun. Come on down, taste the biscuits with the honey sauce, and have yourself a fucking beer and watch some bare knuckle violence with your boys. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. It's the night before the BKFC tryouts. The next day.
So if you're part of tryouts and you come there, try not to drink alcohol.
Yeah, don't drink too much. Not too much, at least. But
I wouldn't do it at all.
The very next day in New London, Connecticut, just 20 minutes away from Mohegan Sun, Chris will be hosting the BKFC tryouts at Whaling City Athletic Club, where my son has started boxing. So that is very, very cool. We are excited about it. We cannot wait to welcome the BKFC to Connecticut. So with that said, Mike, we got to thank our guests for the evening. We got to thank Drew Hardbody Nolan, Wanda Reid, and HD Davis. Thank you guys for coming on. Everybody for tuning in, playing along. And what else you got going on this weekend, Mike?
I just wanted to say I know 2 lords from BKFC now, Lord Wanya, and you know the other lord?
Ryan Reber, maybe?
Who's Lord Evan Zentar.
Oh.
Come on now.
Because he's Royal Ryan Reber. I thought
Royal Ryan Reber. Yes.
Like he could be a
lot of. Yep, there's a lot of royals going on around here.
You're right, Lord Ryan Reber. I mean, Lord Zentar. You're right.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about him.
Anyway, and Zentar reside at the BKFC castle.
2 peas in a pod. Those guys.
Yeah.
They're basically bro. They look.
They hang out all the time. They really know each other. But anyways, it's been real. I enjoyed it. Another week down. next week we have
one guest booked.
One guest lined up right now.
You know what?
And now and then shit's gonna change, I'm sure.
Listen, Wednesday.
Lots of things change in a very short amount of time in our life.
I wanna prep everybody for that. Wednesday, our first guest of the evening has a lot to talk about, and it has a lot to do with the Jomi Jared fight being made. This dude's pissed. He has a lot to get off his chest. We're going to talk to him about it because you ask me, and probably Mike, the Jomi Jared fight is the only one that made sense, but Josh Dyer disagrees.
He does.
And he wants to talk about it with us, and we're going to talk about it with him. And we love Josh Dyer. It's going to be a blast. We're going to talk about it, man. He's not happy. He's not happy.
We'll hear him. We'll hear him. We'll hear him out. Everybody's welcome, and we talk and we laugh.
And
we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah. So that's the only guest we have lined up so far for next week. Josh Dyer at first guest of the evening, Wednesday. By Wednesday, we'll have a whole docket of fighters lined up for Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll have a blast before we host a watch party on Friday. So with that said, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Make sure you tuned in next Wednesday. And Mike, you got anything else for these peeps?
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Jomi? I see you there, buddy. We will get you on again soon. You better believe it. Cat shit coffee. Hope it's treating you well. Everybody else, we love you. We will see you next week. And actually, we'll see you next week a lot, too. What, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? I don't know, man. It's just getting crazy. And Saturday.
And Saturday at the tryouts. So it's a big week for us next week. So, hey, everybody go to bed. It's getting late. Peace.